Good morning students. Today we are going into a new topic. What is the name of the topic? And I will show you the name of the topic. Here is the name of the topic. Can you guys read it? Yeah, obviously I think most of you people can read it, and most of you people will be thinking this is a spelling mistake here, and actually it is not a mistake. The word is jumbled here. I will correct it. See, M must come here and B must come here, and here E will come. And without knowing the correct order, how you guys have guessed it? Because we have that inborn intuition to just correct the sentence even though the letters in the sentence are jumbled. Keeping the first and last alphabet, we can guess it easily. And let me show you another example. Try to read this sentence in this box. You can obviously read the sentence. Try to read this. Can you guys guess it? What is written here? And I will give you a clue. And most of you people, almost all people, might be able to read the sentence. In this sentence, the words present in the sentence, the first and the last alphabets are in correct order. The remaining sentence are in jumbled. So most of people can be able to read this, and however now I am going to read this, and it is very easy. Come on, read with me. It doesn't matter in what order the letters in a word are. The only important thing is that the first and last letter be in the right place. Yeah, obviously what this sentence says is the right thing. It really doesn't matter even though the letters are jumbled in a word. The only thing that matters is the first and last letter should be in order. So that is what we are going to see now. Today's topic is jumbled sentences or parajumbles. You can call it the either way. These questions are asked in mostly in all the competitive examinations. So let us jump into the topic. Here there are two types of parajumbles. The first type is anchor jumble, and the second type is moving jumble. What is the difference between an anchor jumble and a moving jumble? Can you guess it? And obviously before saying this, I will say there are further classification of parajumbles also. The sentence parajumbles itself is given means there will be 4 to 5 lines. In that line the sentences will be jumbled, so you have to order in a correct order. In the same way, there may be chances of getting words also, jumbled words also. And while solving yesterday's previous year SSC JEE questions, in most of the questions we saw like jumbled words. For example, the sequence in a dictionary questions also, in those things the words are jumbled. You are making it in an order, so that the meaningful order is dictionary order. There may be further meaningful order also. For example, in the first question we have seen that trunk, root, leaves, flower example, and that example comes in jumbled words, and this example comes under parajumble. So there are two types. You can be asked in either type. For solving parajumble sentences, this class is all about. There are two types of jumbles. As I have already said, the two types are, first type is anchor jumble and the second type is moving jumble. Generally, what is an anchor? Anchor means it is a fixed place. If I keep this marker in my hand in this closed position, we can say that this marker is anchored. So in the same way, while solving jumbled sentences, the first and the last sentences will be fixed in the correct order. So in the question they would have mentioned that in the direction as the first and last sentences are already placed in order. So that is a clue. You no need to change the first and last sentences. If those type of questions are asked, it will be very easy for you to solve, because you are going to solve only the remaining 3 to 4 sentences which are rearranged. So that is called anchored jumble. Then the next thing is moving jumble. What do you mean by moving jumble? Moving jumble means the first and last sentences are not fixed together. So obviously you are going to solve from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5, and it can be in any order. So you have to solve in all possible ways. So in parajumples there also comes another topic called sentence anagram, and these has the rare possibilities to come in examination, but I will just give one example for sentence anagram. There are only few sentence anagrams totally in the language English, so if I say an example, it will be easy for you to understand what do you mean by a sentence anagram. Consider this example: mother-in-law. This sentence anagram is a very little topic, so I am just giving a single sentence, and if I say this you will understand, and there are many examples. If you wish, I am going to say that also. What is the sentence anagram of mother-in-law? Generally, what is a sentence anagram? We have seen the first type, parajumbles, means the sentences will be rearranged. You have to rearrange the sentence. It is called parajumbles, the first one. The second one is jumbled sentences, jumbled words, jumbled words. The words will be mentioned, like the question we saw in SSC. Let me write it because it will be easy for you to understand. There are three types in this jumbled. First one is parajumbles. Second one is jumbled words. I hope you guys can see this. The third one is sentence anagram. And the main topic in today's class, and the important topic also, is parajumbles only, because this is the question repeated in examination. These are the things these may come in examination, might not come in examination, so we have to be in a safer side. So let us know what is these things also. I have already told you jumbled sentence, jumbled words. The words are rearranged, you have to rearrange the words. And let us see now sentence anagram. What is a sentence anagram? And here is an example for that. Mother-in-law. In sentence anagram, the letters in a word will be rearranged. You may ask, sir, how this is rearranged? This gives a meaningful sentence only. So this is not rearranged, you are saying. Yes, you are obviously right. But I am coming to say that the letters, if you rearrange the letters in this word, you will get another meaningful word. Can you understand it? So that we call it as a sentence anagram. And those things are also comes under the meaning of the first thing also. So actually this is a very funny sentence anagram. If we rearrange this, we will get a word. I will just give you a clue for this word. The answer is the married woman. What do married women hate? That is a clue for this. If you rearrange this, you will get the answer. And that's none other than woman Hitler. This is a really funny example, and most of the ladies, married ladies, think their mother-in-law as woman Hitler, and actually this is a sentence anagram. And this is just a funny one. If you want to see another example for sentence anagram, there is another thing, astronaut. Who is an astronaut? If you rearrange this, you are again going to get a meaningful pair. Astronaut, not astronaut, astronomer. Astronomer. Yes, it is astronomer. If you rearrange this, you are going to get another meaningful word related to this word. Who is generally an astronomer? Who guesses our future through the signs of stars. So, and probably that is the clue. You can easily might have guessed this answer, and the answer is moon starer. And you can obviously rearrange this, and you can see MOONSTARER. You are obviously going to get the correct answer. And this topic is called sentence anagram. So there are few furthermore words, like if I could give another funny example, the example will be election results. If you try to do the sentence diagram for election results, you will get the answer as lies, let's recount. And it is also a very funny example because it's going on in most of the places in our country. So this topic is called sentence diagram. The first one is para-jumbles, the second one is jumbled words, the third one is sentence diagram. I hope you people can understand what is the difference between the three types, and now we can get into the main topic, para-jumbles. And I have already said the two types of para-jumbles. They are anchor para-jumbles and moving para-jumbles. So what is the objective of this class? The objective of this class is to make you solve para-jumble question using some few strategies to solve the question very easily. That is the objective of this class. So let us enter into the class and solve para-jumble questions. Strategies to solve para-jumble questions. Sentence clue 1, opening sentence. So initially you have to figure out the opening sentence. How can you figure out the opening sentence? You have to identify the subject matter in the opening sentence. What is the subject matter? Generally you have to know the difference between subject and object. Let me write it. Is it visible? I will write it here. To identify the difference between subject and object, look at here. I love you. This is the sentence. It is a sentence. Since place is not enough here, I am writing it downwards. I love you. Here the word I is the subject. The word you is the object. So the main hero of the sentence is known as subject. So you have to identify the subject. So if the sentence has only one subject, can you understand it? If the sentence has only one subject, then sentence that introduce the noun is the first sentence. And you may not understand this easily. After figuring out I am going to say this another time. After figuring out the subject in a sentence, and consider an example, each and the para jumbled question has only one subject, means the subject which introduces the noun is the opening sentence, and it will be difficult for you to understand initially. I will say you an example so that it will be easy for you to understand. And I am going to read the example question now. The question will be flashed in your mobile screen or laptop screen. You can just note it down. Para jumble, first question. This is an example for opening sentence, finding opening sentence. Let me read out the example question. And the best part is she never underwent any training for this. This is the first sentence. The second one is she takes less than half the average time which other takes to do the same. Second one is, the third sentence is she has always solved the question of this type very easily. There are three sentences followed by each other. To find the first sentence, I will give you a clue. You read out the first sentence initially, and we will solve it together. It will be easy for you to understand. The first sentence is, and the best part is she never underwent any training for this. And this is a thing which I am going to say this to you guys. Any para-jumble question will not generally start the first sentence. There is no possibility for a first sentence to start with this connectors. Connectors are like and, between, because, like that. The sentence obviously 100% not going to start. So here the first sentence is start with and. So this is not going to be the first sentence. Let us read the second sentence. She takes less than half the average time which other takes to do the same. Is the second sentence is, you underline the word here, a couple of words. Take to do the same. That is the clue in this sentence. If you see it clearly, what she takes to do the same is the question we have to arise. Something is mentioned in this question. She takes half the time. she takes half the average time which others take to do the same. So same is the clue here. What she takes, what is the subject here? So she is the subject here. It is not clear that what she is taking to do. So let us read the third sentence, because this is also not the second sentence. I hope you are understanding this. She has always solved the questions of this type very easily. And here we got the first sentence. Why I am saying this as the first sentence? The sentence says she has solved questions of this type very easily. Is the second sentence here. So the question which arises for us in the second sentence to do the same, the thing same, meaning of the thing same here is solving question very easily. So that is the thing she is doing it. Now we found the first sentence easily here. So the first sentence is sentence number 3 is the first sentence. She has always solved questions of this type very easily. So the question arises for us in the second sentence. The second sentence will be the second sentence in this order. The first sentence is the option C, the second sentence is the option B, and first sentence obviously going to be the option A. So I have explained this to you very clearly. If you didn't understand this, you can possibly rewind the video and watch this. You are obviously going to understand this very easily. And there is another clue to find the first sentence. This is like it's a very easy thing they will give initially at the start, in the beginning. Firstly, these are the words, like I will write it here. At the start, in the beginning. If a sentence has words like this, obviously this is going to be the first sentence. These clues are like laddu clues for us. Very easy clues to understand the opening sentence. And I have already told you the first clue for opening sentence is identifying subject matter. Then with that subject matter, if only one subject matter is there in a sentence, means the subject matter which introduces the noun is the opening sentence, and the third is the sentence which having at the start and in the beginning, definitely going to be the opening sentence. The second clue is logical pair. Generally, what do we mean by a logical pair? Let's solve with an example. It will be easy for you to understand if you solve with an example. And I am going to read this question, and you are going to solve it by yourself, and it will be very easy for you to solve by yourself. Trust me. I am going to give you a clue. After this, you can solve it easily. The logical pair things. We are going to see example for logical pair. This is the first sentence. Sentence A. Depends not on merit and ability, but on quotas based on caste. Is the first sentence of sentence number A. The second thing is, or have a good work ethic as one of its core value. This is the second one. The third is, community and gender or any other criterion can hardly be stable. The third one. A society where access to education and jobs is the fourth one. And the heading of this is identifying logical pair. You look out this example question very clearly, and you can easily say what is the logical pair here. What is the meaning of logical pair? It is like sequence. If this thing comes, the next thing will be the thing. So that is the example here, and I am going to say the logical pair here. It is easy for you to solve, and particularly in this question, the logical pair is caste, community and gender is the logical pair here. Caste, community and gender is the logical pair here. So what is the meaning here? It means caste, community and gender is always mentioned in same place. Can you understand it? These three things followed by each other, because they are in a same sequence. They cannot be differentiated. Caste, community and gender, these things differentiate and create diversity among people, and these things are always going to come together. They only create diversity among us. they are not going to be diverted, they always come together only. So look at this question, can you figure out in which place these three things are coming out in the sentence? The first sentence, caste comes. In the third sentence, community and gender comes in the first place. So if we can see clearly, depends on merit and ability, but on quotas based on caste, community and gender or any other criterion can hardly be stable. So option A will be followed by option C. This is the it is like a universal fact, because caste, community and gender are going to come together, and in this particular question if you rearrange this you are going to get the same. So option A and followed by option C will come. So if you, for this question you don't know to you not want to know the first and last sentence also. Keeping this example in, keeping this two sentence in arrangement, you can clearly see, because the options given in this questions are, option A is C, B, D, A, option B is D, B, C, A, option C is D, A, C, B, and option D is C, B, A, D. These are the four options given here. I have initially said that option A is going to come before option C. So look at this example. In these four examples, which option has C after A? See here, in this sentence C and A are separated. So this is not going to come in logical pair. Here also C comes before A. So it is also not possible, because I said that caste, community and gender will come close to each other. So see the third example, A comes before C. So read the sentence, A comes before C. So this will be the correct pair. Can you understand why I am saying this? Because these two things will always come together. You don't need to figure out the rest of the things also. If these two things comes together, it is very easy for us to say that this is the correct answer. And sometimes these B and D order might also be changed, and sometimes A and C might come in each other options also. So if it is given like this, it will be easy for you to solve. Otherwise you have to figure out first sentence also. This is the example for logical pair. So in logical pair, note down this caste, community, gender, like diversity, these things are going to come next to each other. So let us move on to the third question. I'm sorry, third clue. The third clue here is signpost words. We have seen this in a previous topic also. What is generally a signpost word? What is the meaning of signpost initially? Let us compare signpost. You might have seen various signposts in highways, in our roads, like a turn symbol, take right, stop symbol. Those are signposts. Those posts indicate us some meaning. Like for take right, it will be like this direction. If this direction is there, there will be no sentence saying that take right, because this is a clue. All people know this, and they have given this for some reason. That is the reason behind that. Those are called signpost. So signpost in a highway gives us direction to the question. In the same way, signpost words in the sentence gives us direction to solve the things. And if I give an example of signpost word, it will be really very easy for you to understand, like the same things like logical pair and opening sentence examples. So these are some signpost words. I don't know whether it is clear for you, and I will say the things clearly. Cause and effect. Cause and effect signpost. What do you mean by cause and effect? I have already told you. I went to school, my teacher punished me. I went to school, my teacher, and I went to school late, so my teacher punished me. So is the cause and effect word here. So like that, there are many cause and effect words which are clues for solving para-example question. Note on these words of cause and effect. The first one is hence, the second one is because, third one is as a result of. These are the three examples of cause and effect. And when going to connectors, what is a connector generally? Connector is a link, is like a link. It connects both the sentence. Like I will give you an example. it will be very easy for you. First you note down this, note down these things. For connectors it is also, as well as, likewise, in addition, moreover, similarly. Note down these things. I am reading this because I think it is not clearly visible for you. The place is slightly congested. So the next thing is contradictors. These examples are but, yet, though, although, even though, on the other hand. These are contradictors. And the last one is chronology. The examples are subsequently, next, and then. Did you note on these things, guys? Please note it down. These 4 things. These are example of signpost words. Okay. Now let us, if you didn't note down, please pause the video and note down, because you have to solve the further questions. And let us see an example for signpost words. Please write down the example, and it will be flashed in your home screen also in the mobile. The sentence A, but when she began to listen to the husband's side of things, she began to think again. This is the first sentence. The second is, the judge began to weep after listening to her story. What is the meaning of weep? Weep means crying. Crying is the example of weep. Those things are like synonyms to each other. She began to weep after listening her story. Third is, the husband and wife approached a family court seeking divorce. So there are 3 sentences given step by step. If you clearly read each and every sentence, you can get the clue which will be the first sentence. And I have already mentioned you, the sentence will not, there is not even a single % chance for a sentence to start with the signpost word. It means these words will not be the starting word in any question. So these are going to come in middle, and in this same example, but comes initially. So you don't have to read the remaining sentence also, because it is not going to be the first sentence. The second sentence is, the judge began to weep after listening to her story. The word her is given here. The judge began to weep listening to whose story? There is some her. So there is some noun going to be there. You have to find who is that her. The third sentence is, the husband and wife approached a court seeking divorce. So you can clearly see here that the judge, in the first sentence it is given that the judge began to think after listening to his story and began to weep after listening to her story. So the first sentence is obviously going to be the sentence number 3. The husband and wife approached a court seeking divorce. The first sentence is, a pair, a couple went to the court to seek for a divorce. The second sentence will be, but is given there in the first thing. So is this but will come in the second sentence? Obviously there is no possibility for but to come in the second sentence, because the second sentence will be, the judge began to weep after listening to her story. And but when she began to listen to the husband's side of things, she begins to think again, will be the order, because initially the judge listening to the girl's story, she cried, but she listened to the boy's story and she began to think again. So this is the order. So it is easy to understand for you guys to find the connectors and contradictors in a sentence and make a logical sequence from that thing. I hope you will understand. And let's move on to the fourth thing, pronoun and noun matching. And this is also a easy clue for you to solve these type of questions. What do you mean by, and most of you guys know what is a noun and what is a pronoun, and all of you guys might know what is a pronoun also. I will just say in a single example now, and we can see these things later in parts of speech example. And what is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word which substitutes the noun to avoid repetition of the noun. For example, think of this example. Sanjay, no, like I will say this example. Like imagine if I introduce my friend to you in this manner. Sanjay is my friend. Sanjay is my friend. Sanjay loves cricket. Sanjay plays cricket every day. Sanjay loves to take a bike ride all the time. So imagine if I introduce my friend to you in this manner. Will it be good to hear? Because each and every time the noun Sanjay is being repeated here. So to avoid the repetition of the noun Sanjay, the pronoun he is used here. For masculine gender, the pronoun will be he. For feminine gender, the pronoun will be she. And for the non-living things, the pronoun will be it. So he, she, it are the pronouns. There are further pronouns like they, them also. We will get a clear idea after I am teaching parts of speech to you. So this is just an example. With this example, obviously you can solve, obviously you can understand what is a pronoun is, and you can solve this question easily. And saying about pronoun and noun, I already said the pronoun is used to avoid repetition of the noun. So in the topic para-jumbles, if initially first the noun will be given in the sentence. First noun will come. Second only pronoun will come. Because it is a logic, right? Obviously in each and everything this must be the logic. Because before introducing my friend to you, if I say he is my friend, he loves to play cricket. Before introducing my friend, Sanjay is my friend, I will say, imagine I am saying this, he loves to play cricket. He takes bike ride every day. Sanjay is my friend. Is this in order? The noun goes downwards, so this will not be in a logical manner. So the noun must come first in a para-jumble sentence, and the pronoun will come in the para-jumble sentence next. So if I say an example for you in this also, it will be easy for you to understand. So take down this example. This example is psychiatrist, child workers and educationists are emphasizing the importance of bedtime stories. First sentence. The second sentence is the practice of children watching television before going to bed. Third is, and they are questioning. Fourth is, since the kids are bidding to fairy tales at bedtime for variety of reason. This is the fourth sentence. And if you can watch out this pair of sentences here, it is clear that the first sentence explains about three people, psychiatrists, child workers and educationists are emphasizing the importance of bedtime stories. So they are saying something about the importance of the bedtime stories. And look at the third sentence. There is, and they are questioning. And you can see each and every sentence. In those four sentences, the first sentence only have three pair of different job workers. So obviously those three pairs are psychiatrists, child workers and educationists are the noun here. So to avoid the repetition, pronoun is used in the third sentence, and they are questioning. So and this third sentence is going to come next after the option A. Third sentence will come after the option A, and if you find out this one easily, it will be easy for you to find out the sentence logic also, because look out these options now. If you don't know to figure out the other things also, if you can figure out these two things, it will be easy for you. I will say an option and you will find out easily. Just look it out. CBDA is the first option. ABCD is the first option, I think. Yeah, ACBD. ACBD, DBCA, BCAD, ABCD. This is the option, and I have already told you pronoun will be followed by noun. So read the question. In which two sentences pronoun and noun are followed by each other? Look at it. In which two sentences? The first sentence, psychiatrists, child workers and educationists. The first sentence. Under the third sentence, and they are questioning. So here the noun comes before pronoun. So option A comes before option C. Look out this set of options. In which option A comes before C? In this option A comes after C. In this also A comes after C, and this A comes before C. but there is a B option here. So A and C must be next to next options, because that is the thing here, pronoun and noun matching. That is the clue here. So A comes after C only in this example. So it is another easy technique to solve this question. The next thing is abbreviation. What is the thing you may get as a clue in abbreviation? And the clue you are going to get is when solving this type of parajumble question. For example, if you are having an full sentence, they are providing like human immunovirus, HIV, human immunovirus, they will give in bracket as HIV in the first sentence. In the second sentence, they are going to say something like HIV is a deadly disease. So in the second sentence also, they are obviously not going to say that again human immunovirus, because it takes a long process. So initially the full sentence will come, and in the next thing only abbreviation will come. So the thing you have to note here is full form comes before abbreviation. Look at this example. If I say an example, it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, the example is HIV is a deadly disease. It is the first sentence. People having HIV will die very soon. Several people die by getting affected to human immunodeficiency virus every single year. These are the three sentences given here, and if you look out these three sentences here, the first sentence is not going to be the HIV, because I said to you initially they will give you the full form only initially. These type of questions are asked in parajumbles. They are asking us only to test our knowledge in parajumbles. They are not trying to test our abbreviation skills. So they will not give abbreviation sentence initially. The sentence order will be human immunodeficiency virus will come first, and the abbreviation sentences will come next. So this is the thing about abbreviation. The next example I am going to say is general to specific transaction. What do you mean by general to specific transaction? Let me give you an example first, so it will be easy for you to understand. First sentence, caste and religion plays vital role in diversity among people. This is the first sentence. The second sentence is caste, religion and gender is the reason for inequality among people. This is the second sentence. Look out these sentences carefully. In the first sentence there are only two things, caste and religion. In the second sentence there are three things, caste, religion and gender. So there are three things. In the second sentence these three things are considered as general, and in the first sentence from the general they are taking out specific two things. Already caste, religion and gender is the reason for inequality among people. It is an already said fact, and within those three things the most two important things which creates diversity among people is caste and religion. So general to specific transaction means initially in a parajumble question general things will come first and the specific things will be followed next. So the correct option for this will be option B to option A. The correct answer sentence is caste, religion and gender is the reason for inequality in people. Caste and religion plays vital role in diversity among people will come next. So this is the example for general to specific transaction. So you have to seek for general to specific terms before solving. Sorry. The next question is the next clue is clue number 7, idea elaboration. What do you mean by idea elaboration? And I will, before explaining this, I will again give you an example. Note on this example, it will be easy for you. Sentence 1, India has many talented players like Dhoni, Kohli and Rohit Sharma. So this is the first sentence. The second sentence is India is #1 cricket team in the test or #1 cricket team in the world. This is a claim given here. The first sentence explains about the three main talented players in the cricket team like Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. The second sentence explains about the India is a team which is in number 1 position all over the world. So if you look at this example very clearly, the idea here is, the idea will be explained before initially. So here the idea is, actually look at this sentence clearly. First, they are not going to say you that India has talented players. India is the number 1 team in the world. They will initially say you that India is the number 1 team in the world. And why India is number 1 team in the world? The reason is India has talented players like Dhoni, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. So the thing is, idea is explained before. So they are reasoning why the idea is explained. That is the thing here. So they are explaining the idea, India is number 1 team, and the reason for that is India has many talented players. So these are the example things and clues for solving para-jumbled type of question. And now I am going to say a very important clue, and that's the reason why I have written here as final clue here. Have you guys noted down? I have written final clue here. What is the meaning of final clue here? You can think obviously. You are asking to me, sir, I did not understand any of these things, sir. I did not understand how to use these things. Means there is only one final clue. With that clue, you can easily find the para-jumbled question with an accuracy about 60 to 70%. And having this, you will get actually 100% confirmed answer. And with only this final clue, you can get, without knowing these things, you can get up to 60 to 70% accurately the correct answer. The thing is, before solving the para-jumbled question, you have to ask these questions. There will be 5 sentences in some order. You have to ask when, how, who and what. You have to ask these things to yourself before solving this. And this is a clue. For example, we have seen that diverse example, the judge thing. Here the judge wept before hearing her story is given there, and you have to ask who is her in that question. If you find who is her, it will be easy for you to figure out that one is the first sentence. Like that, for each and every sentence there will be an answer. With that answer, you have to find out the question: how that thing is done, when that thing is done, what is that thing, who is that thing. If you figure out these things, these 4 things, you can obviously find the correct answer, asking these questions to yourself aloud. So this is the thing we have saw now, para-jumbles. I hope everybody has understood it easily. Let us see some example from previous year questions, so that you are going to understand the concept clearly again. So let us move on to the example now. Okay students, we have come to the example questions of para-jumbled topic. Let me read out the question. These questions will be flashed out on your screen, and note down. Question number 1. Sentence A. When compared to prosperous and progressive nations is the first one. The second one is the percentage of people having basic education. Third one is, and that is why they are poor and backward. Fourth one is, in the underdeveloping countries is dismally low. This is the sentences here, and let me write down the options now. Next, option A, ABDC. Option B, BDAC. Option C, BADC, and option D, ACBD. These are the options given here, and you have to, depending upon the clues I have thought here, you have to check the sentence which comes first. And it is clear that when compared to prosperous and progressive nation is the sentence which is going to come first, because look at the third sentence, it starts with an connector, sign word post and the final sentence also starts with an sign word post in, and so the sentence A is going to come as the first one. So what be the sentence coming next to the sentence A? When compared to prosperous and progressive nation, so they are comparing something to an other thing. We have to find what is the other thing. The percentage of people having basic education is the second thing here. So option B is the second thing, and option D will be followed by that, because they are comparing the progressive nature with the underdeveloped and developing countries. So the fourth option will be coming there. In the underdeveloped and developing countries is dismally low, and that is why they are poor and backward. The reason, finally, the reason for the countries remaining under and developing countries is that they are poor and backward. So they are considered as that one. So the answer option for this will be A. I think you can understand this. Let's move on to the second question. This type of question is a very easy question, and there are certain clues in this question. With that clues you can find it easily. You might have watched the previous video I taught on the clues to solve para-jumble question. If you have skipped that session also, it is very easy to solve the following two questions. You don't need any basic knowledge about English grammar, nothing you read. You just need logical thinking to solve this question. Let me read out the question and I will say why I said like you don't need a verbal or English knowledge for this. You will understand it within few minutes. Question number 2, option 1. He returned to acting in 1946 and gave it up in 1963, and it is now a full-time writer. So here the word he is given. It is a pronoun. So generally pronoun will not come in the as a first sentence. I have said that, and they have mentioned some years in that in the first sentence. Note down those years. These are going to be the clues now. These are going to be clues now. This is the first sentence here. Clues in the first sentence, and this is not going to come as in the current sequence because it is started with the pronoun he. So this is not going to be the first sentence. Let us keep it A and let us keep this one as B. So A is not going to be the first sentence. Let us read the second sentence. During the World War II, 1941 to 45, he joined the US Navy and was present at the sinking of the Bismarck. So there is another clue in this question. 1941 to 1945 is the second clue here. It is also based on an year. The third clue is in the third sentence. In 1940, he got married and started teaching at Good Samaritan School in Bloomsbury. Bloomsbury is a place and Samaritan is a school. So the year of this one is 1940, and option D is at first his writing were not recognized. So the no year is given for this thing. The options are option A, ABDC, option B, CBAD, option C, BADC, option D, ACBD. These are the options, and if you look these things clearly, the logical thing about this thing is years will come next after next. So from starting the year will be less and it will increase. So this might be the first thing, this might be the first sentence. The second sentence will be the next year followed by that. 1941, after 40, 41 follows. So this one, and obviously after 45, 46 follows. So this is the third one, and option D will be followed by as fourth sentence. So this is the thing, this is the answer option here, CBAD. So for this type of question, you don't need to know the English also. You don't need to have the English knowledge also. Just using this years, you can find it as a shortcut. But sometimes for twisting us, they might change the sentence also. It they will say that he is Sanjay is a football player in 1940, and they will say that Sanjay he started playing football in 1939. They will provide like this. No, he started playing football in 1939 and Sanjay is a football player in 1940, like that they will give. So you have to know the pronoun noun agreement for this, because pronoun will not come first. So Sanjay, even though the year 1940 is greater than 1939, the year 1940 will come first, because the noun is mentioned here. Sanjay is a noun, that is mentioned here. The pronoun 1939, he started playing football from 1939. There is a word called he is a pronoun. So this sentence will come next. You cannot depend on these years always, but for this question you can depend on year. So if you don't know nothing means like this you can solve, otherwise don't opt for this method, because there are many chances for error you can get in this method. Let us move on to the next question. This question is same like this question. This question is same like this question. So the next question is, Jawaharlal Nehru was born in Allahabad on 14th November 1889. So it is not a wrong thing to write down the clues initially, because they may be right, may not be right. Let us solve this. He was born in the year 14 November 1889 is the clue here. Initially they have mentioned the name as Jawaharlal Nehru. So there are many possibilities to become this as a first sentence, because it is a noun initially, so there is no problem with that. Nehru met Gandhi in February 1920. So option B is 1920. There is another popular name coming here, Mahatma Gandhi is coming here. So option C is, in 1905 he was sent to London to study at a school called Harrow. 1905. Option C is 1905. And option D, he became the first Prime Minister of independent India on 15th August 1947. So this is the fourth, and fifth one is, he married Kamala Kaur in 1915. So look out this years. And this question obviously follows the year logic also, and the sentence logic also it is followed. So initially 1899 will be the first sentence, 1905 second sentence, 15 third sentence, 20 and 47. It is a clue, it is an easy trick to save time, but this may also contain errors also. So don't opt for this trick, go for the thing I have taught you, the strategist thing. Using the strategist you can solve it easily. So let's move to the fourth question. Note of this question. I am saying the options now. I am saying the sentence now. Sentence number A. This mango seems to be an exception, he said. So there is no possibility for this sentence to come first, because there are two things which are pending in this thing. They have said in pronoun thing, because this mango, if there is a word called this mango, that mango, it means they are in the further coming sentence they are going to mention which mango. That is the thing I have already said about the clue. We have to ask what, how, who, when thing. So like that here, this mango they are here, you have to think which mango. So the future sentence they are going to mention about something called a particular mango. Seems to be an exception, he said. So there is another pronoun called he. Note on this. You have to, now in the first sentence you have to check for two things. You have to check for which mango and who said is the question you have to ask yourself. So let us read the second sentence, and obviously this is not going to be the first sentence, guys, because I have said you it will not start with a pronoun. The sentence will start with a noun only, the subject matter, main subject matter. The second sentence B is, normally we get sweet mangoes from his garden. There is another pronoun here, his garden. So this sentence also is not going to be the thing here, but we have got that we get sweet mangoes. So we come to know here which mangoes they are saying about. In the first sentence they said this mango going to be an exception, so this mangoes refers to sweet mangoes, and we got the answer for the question which here, because which is sweet mangoes. Sweet mangoes in his garden is the thing. So this sentence we got the answer after sentence number B. So sentence number B will come before this sentence. Note on this sentence will come before this one. So sentence number C is we go inside his garden once in a week. So this is the thing, and here they have changed the subject. So we thought that main subject is his, he in this question, but the main subject is we. Only subject in this question is we, and the word his is however the object. So I have already said you subject will be the initial point. So this will be the initial first one, and the second one will be the sweet mangoes, and the third one will be this one, and the order is C, B, A. So this is the thing. Let us go to the last question of sentence correction. However, sentence A, however, all of a sudden some people began to demand that he pay way for youngsters. So here is a pronoun again given here. They are saying about a person who have to pay way for youngsters. Who is that he? Is that question here. Option B, as though in response to this he choose to retire from ODIs. So a person choose to retire from ODIs, we still don't know who is that he refers to. So you keep on thinking in your mind who is that he, is he the pronoun referring to. The third one is Sachin Tendulkar is an all-time favorite of many cricket fans across the globe. So and finally we have got the noun here. The answer for the question who. Sachin Tendulkar is the thing, main subject being talked here. So the first option will be option number C. Sachin Tendulkar is an all-time favorite of many cricket fans across the globe is the first one. And there is a connector there. However, all of a sudden. Before read the second sentence. As though in response to that he choose to retire from ODIs. So there is a word called response to this. You have to ask in your mind here again, response to which he has retired from ODIs. Response to which he has retired from ODIs. So when you look at it clearly, you can see that option A, many people began to demand him to pay way for youngsters. So in response to that, he has chosen to retire from ODIs. So the first sentence here is Sachin Tendulkar, the noun. When you find the noun, the first sentence we get it at as that one. The second sentence is we have to think response to whose claim. So response to people claim. They are saying to retire from ODI. They are saying Sachin Tendulkar to retire from ODIs. So option A will come second and option B will come as third. Okay students, these are the questions asked in important questions asked in previous year questions, and we have solved each and everything easily. I hope you people have understood the para-jumbles concept very easily, and let me see you in the next class, next topic. Thank you students.